Let's see how long it is today.
I don't know.
Not very long.
Okay.
Page 13. Tomorrow will be very long. So, okay. So, page 13, the Chayinu, chapter 5, Pasuk Aleph, verse 1. Hashem saying, Tavis b'nei Yisrael, command the children of Israel, v'yishalchu min ha'machane, and command the children of Israel to banish the camp, called Tura v'chozav, all those afflicted with tzaraz or with a male discharge, chol tami lanafesh, and all those unclean through contact with the dead. So you have to banish outside the camp, send outside the camp. Anybody has tzaras, the form of tuma, we said. A male zav is a type of male discharge, unhealthy discharge. Whoever came on contact with the dead. Let's see Rashi. Command the children of Israel. This parish was said the first day the Mishkan was erected. And the 8 sections were said on that day, as stated in the Tractate Gittin and chapter Nizakin. That they shall send out of the camp. There were 3 sections of the camp at the time. Teicha Kloyim. So you had when there was the inside the courtyard, fence, the courtyard crocheted, woven fence, hangings. That was considered the Machane Shechina, the camp of the divine presence. Around that we know was the Leviim. The Levites dwelled around Chanayas Leviim Saviv, Kimay Shefresh Parashat Midbar Sinai. The encampment of the Leviim around it is detailed in Parashas Bamidbar Sinai. So the camp of the Leviim. And from there until the end of the camp of the flags in all 4 directions was the camp of Israel. The tzaras affected person is sent outside all of them. The zav is permitted in the Israelites' camp and sent out of the 2 camps. So it's not everybody sent out the same far. So the guy who's tzaras, he's out of all 3. The zav could still be in the Israelite camp. The tamil nefesh, that one who contacted a dead body, touched a dead body, is mutter even in the Levite camp, just can't go inside the crocheted hanging enclosure, the Machane Shechina, the camp of the Shechina. And all this, our rabbis expounded from the verses Masechtas Pesachim. We just finished Tanya about Shechina. There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, Tamil Nefesh. Tamil Nefesh is, his uncle is translates, is the Misav L'Tmei Nafsha Denosha, who is impure through who's impure through who's impure through the Tmei Nafsha of man. What's Tmei Nafsha? Translates it as the bones of man in Aramaic. Many times in the Midrash, you see this in Bereshis Rabbah, Adrianus Shachak Tamya, Hadrian, may his bones be ground. He was a bad, king. So you see, Tamya, Tmei means bones in Aramaic. Okay. Gimel, Mizachar ad nekeva tishalechu, both male and female shall send out mechutz lamachane tishalchu, outside the camp you shall send them, and they shall not dwell, they shall not defile their camps. Asher nei sheichem v'seichem, which I dwell among them. Dalid. Vayasuchem b'nei Yisrael, the children of Israel did so. Vayishalchu Isam mechutz lamachane. The children of Israel did so. They sent them outside the camp. Kashdiba Hashem el Moshe. Just as Hashem spoke to Moshe. Kinos Yisrael, so the children of Israel do. Dalid. Hey. Okay. Hey, by Daber Shalom Moshe Hashem said Moshe saying, Daber Abnei Yisrael, speak to the children of Israel, Isha, man or woman, Kiasu Mikol Chatas Adam, any man or woman who commits any of the sins against man, Limomah Hashem, to act treacherously against Hashem, that person is found guilty. What's going on here? What isn't to act treacherously against Hashem? This is talking someone steals and swears lies about it by swearing falsely.
Oi.
We said this earlier in Parshas Vayikra. We said there was clear the treachery, mal, which is treachery, meant denying your friend that you owe him something. It's repeated here for the two things that are novel. What are the two things that are novel? What's the new details of this mitzvah? It's an interesting thing. Usually you become guilty and liable when Adim come and say you're guilty. They prove you're lying. You have to admit it here. If you don't admit it, then you don't get this bonus penalty, or I guess a bonus, atonement of bringing the carbon asham and a fifth extra. And the second thing is, that the second thing to teach here is into the detail that in the case of a ger has no family. So let's say, if they could technically, if they have no kids, they have no family, right? Because they have no, there's no halachic relationship to their parents and siblings who are not Jewish.
Right.
So what happens if you steal from a ger and then he dies? Then who do you return it to?
Kohanim.
So it's going to the Kohanim. Very good. Zion. So here we go. They shall confess the sin they committed, and they shall confess the sin they committed and make restitution. And make restitution for the principal amount of his guilt. And add its fifth to it. And give it to the one against whom he was guilty. You got to give a fifth and give it to the one who you lied against. Okay. Yeah. Zion as Hashem Rishai. This is the principal amount that he swore that he lied about. Lasher Asham Loi, to the one who he is culpable to, the one who he's liable to. Interesting. Okay, to the defendant, not to the plaintiff. Asher Asham Loi, yeah, it's the one. Okay, yes. If the man has no kinsman to whom to make restitution, if the man has no kinsman to whom to make restitution, debt which is restored, if there isn't to the man, if the man has no kinsman to return to whom to return the restitution to, the restitution is returned to God, meaning God's in representative of the Kohen. And this is besides the ram of atonement that he has to atone for with it, that he atones with it for him. The person has no relative, that the plaintiff who let's say the guy dies, he has no heirs because he's a convert. You have to return the restitution when the guy decides the guilty party wants to confess and make good. This is what he does. The rabbis say if there's no Jew that has no relatives, or brother, or nephew, or uncle, or any relatives from his father's side until Yaakov, you can go back, you're going to find a relative. Again, as we said earlier, this is a ger, this is a convert who dies and has no heirs, because he starts the line anew. And he has no kids, there's no heirs. Hashem Moshav, that which he is guilty must be repaid. This is the principle in the fifth. To the Hashem, to the Kohen, Hashem acquired it and give it to the priest of that watch. Besides the atonement ram, stated in Vayikra, that he's required to bring. Dalet. Tes. Every offering of all the children of Israel's holy things, which is brought to the priest. Every offering of the children of Israel's holy things, which is brought to the priest, shall be his. Chol truma. And Bishmal said, does one bring truma to the priest? Surely he collects at the granaries. Every offering of the children of Israel's holy things, which is brought to the priest, shall be his. I'm not sure what this means. So it's saying, this is Bikurim. Which it said earlier, you bring it to the house of God. But we don't know what to do with it. So when it says here, it goes to the Kohen. This is kind of like an unspecified. You bring a Truma thing, whatever that thing is, for all of your holy stuff, of the Jews' holy stuff, they bring it to the Kohen. So this is unspecified. We know one thing: you bring bikurim. We know what you do with it. The holy thing you bring to the Kohen. Oh, put two and two together. The holy stuff that wasn't given a destination, now it's given a destination. It goes to the Kohen, the bikurim, the first fruits. Okay, Yod v'ishes kadashav layu. Everyone's holy thing shall belong to him. Ish ashit l'kohen layeh. Whatever a man gives to the priest shall be his. Yod v'ishes kadashav layu. A man's holy item shall remain his. Since the gifts for the priests and the Levites are stated, I might think they may come and take them by force. The Torah therefore teaches by saying, "And a man's holy item shall remain his," which tells us, okay, what's so this is a general thing. All gifts to the Kohen, there's a bunch of gifts. There's Truma, there's Bikurim, other stuff, right? You might think the Kohen can demand it. Hey, you, Israelite, Pesach David, I'm a Kohen, give me your stuff. So it says here, no, every man has the right to choose who he wants to give it to.
Of the Kohen.
Of the Kohen, he can pick which Kohen. There's many medrash on this in the Sifri. The medrash Haggadah says, "Ishash kadashav liyu mishus agmas seis v'neinais," and they say an ethical thing. Someone who keeps his tithes and doesn't give it out, lo yomaisus, to him will be the tithes. In the end, she'ein sadeo isa, that his field won't do it, except 1/10 of what was used to produce. Meaning, if you're going to hold back and giving tithes, you'll only have tithes. You only have 10%. A man who gives to the priest, matnei sariyus loy, the gifts that are due to him, lo you, he will have much money. The gifts that are due to him, he will have much money. Okay. I'm sorry, the man gives to the priest, then lo you. So basically, the man that keeps the holy stuff, the tithes to himself, that's what he's going to have. But a man that gives to the Kohen